Would you like one?
You know that I don't.
Yes, but it's always polite to ask.
I don't know how you can smoke those things.
I like them.
You might, but for everyone around you, it's absolute torture. It's like making love to an ashtray.
I've been called worse.
You've had more demanding women.
No one is more demanding than you, my dear.
I'm frightened to think that might be a compliment.
I like to think my mere presence is complimentary enough.
Wow, that ego. One day you might want to stop it from doing the driving.
I'm serious.
I know.
I let you come round here, don't I? Offer you a little distraction when you're bored.
Distraction? Is that what they're calling it these days?
Well, it's more flattering than billing you and calling it a service.
You're right. You're so selfless.
Just nice to know I'm appreciated, that's all.
Oh, rats.
What's the matter?
I can't find one of my earrings.
Oh, what does it look like?
Did you see where I put it?
You'll have to forgive me. I think my eyes were rather distracted while you were getting undressed. Don't worry, it'll turn up.
It had better. It was an engagement present.
Better if it didn't then.
I wouldn't expect you to understand the concept of sentimental value.
I can do sentiment. Please don't go back to work.
Very convincing.
What can I say? It's a gift.
I'm sorry. I have to.
Can't you call in sick?
What? Go to lunch perfectly healthy and come back with a cold? What would my boss think?
To hell with your boss.
That's harder to say when you're married to him.
I'd have thought that would make it easier.
I am very happily married, thank you very much.
Clearly. Still don't know why you married him.
He's nice.
Is that a good enough qualification?
It's something you might like trying.
I'll stick with being exciting if it's all the same to you.
What? By going after other men's wives?
You know me. I like a challenge.
Ugh. One day somebody's going to punch you, and it might not be their husband.
Stay with me.
I can't. Keep an eye out for my earring, will you? I'll see you tonight. 8:15, right?
Frank? It's Jack. Very well, thank you. Yourself? Listen, I'm having a little get-together at my place this evening. Just a few interesting minds for drinks and a game or two. I was wondering if you'd like to come. Great. How about 7:30? Perfect. Oh, and I've taken the liberty of inviting Vera. It's always a delight to see her. Detective Inspector. What a pleasant surprise.
Just Marcus today, Jack. I'm off duty.
Do come in.
Thanks.
How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Yourself?
Oh, fine. Fine.
Splendid, splendid.
Can I offer you some tea?
No thanks. Just a flying visit today.
Oh, and And to what do I owe the honour?
Well, I would have just sent you a text, but seeing as you don't own a mobile phone...
Ghastly things. They've ruined everything.
And I thought you might appreciate the personal touch. Although, I must admit that mobile phones are a godsend in my line of work.
That may be, but you'll never catch me with one.
Well, maybe one day. Anyway, Alice and I are planning a charity event next Saturday with a few friends, a sort of murder mystery type thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a bit of good old-fashioned fun. Thought it might be right up your street.
Yes, it would be. Though I'm not sure my wits would come close to matching those of the great Inspector Evans.
No need to worry about that. Alice has banned me from playing along. She's worried I might start collecting DNA samples. Something about an unfair advantage? No, in this case, I shall be playing the helpless victim for a change, which should narrow down your suspects to about half the population of Pentonville.
Well, I'd love to come, though I can't promise I won't try to avenge you.
I'd rather you didn't. I'm up to my neck in paperwork as it is. So the evening should begin at 7 with dinner and then a body at 8. Bring a bottle.
Will do. Oh, before you go,
Yes.
I'm having a little gathering here myself this evening. Just a few close friends for drinks and a game or two. I was wondering whether you might like to join us.
Tonight?
Yes, I appreciate it's short notice.
What time?
Say 8-ish?
That might be a bit tricky.
Well, it would mean a lot if you could make it. Plus, Major Burns will be making an appearance, and he's always a hoot.
Well, okay, well, I'll see what I can do.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Hey, not at all. I'll see myself out.
I'll see you tonight.
Hope so.
Come in. Come in. It's open, Frank.
Sorry.
As usual.
Jack. Good to see you.
Help yourself to a drink. There's ice in the kitchen.
So, how are things?
Fine. Aren't you going to offer me one?
Of course. Cheers.
Frank, good to see you.
You too.
How are things?
Good, thanks. And
the business?
keeping me busy.
Glad to hear that. I was going to say you were looking a little tired.
Well, I suppose I am today. Vera went home early complaining of a headache.
Really? Do you hope she's all right?
Oh, you know Vera. She'll be fine.
Still coming tonight, I take it?
Oh, absolutely. Don't you worry about that.
Splendid.
No, anyway, because things have been a bit hectic this afternoon, but we're managing.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
So, who else is coming?
Do you know Marcus?
Your policeman friend.
That's the one. He may drop by.
How exciting. A chance to beat the man at his own trade.
Or lose embarrassingly.
Oh, we mustn't rule out that possibility. What about the Major? Is he still coming?
Yes, he should be here any minute.
I'll be. I haven't seen the Major in years.
Some would say you'd had a lucky escape.
Now, Jack, He is family, after all.
A fact that remains no matter how hard I try to disprove it. Do you remember the time we locked him in the cellar?
When he was getting his afternoon bottle. Yes. What were we then? 9?
About that. You know, to this day, he still thinks that latch jammed behind him. He never caught on it was us.
Us? I had nothing to do with it.
Well, you hardly went to great lengths to let him out.
You wouldn't have let me.
Well, it was his own fault. If he hadn't insisted on calling me Jackie, we could have had a nice, civilized afternoon. Mind you, I wouldn't trade listening to him call for help for anything.
You better not mention that story to Vera. I doubt she'd approve.
Yes. Frank, is everything okay between you and Vera?
Yes, look, of course. Why?
It's just... Well, it's probably nothing.
What's probably nothing?
Well, I went out for lunch today in Bayswater, not far from your office. While I was out, I happened to see Vera. With someone.
Oh, that would be Stacy.
Stacy?
Vera's old school friend. They often meet up over lunch.
Really? Funny that. He didn't look much like a Stacy.
What do you mean, he?
You're right. As I said, it's probably nothing.
Jack, are you seriously suggesting what I think you're suggesting?
That your wife is having an affair? Yes.
With who?
Whom?
What?
With whom?
Jack, is this your idea of a joke?
No.
All right, fine. With whom?
I've no idea. I just happened to see her with some handsome fellow.
What did he look like?
Handsome. Tall, dark, you know, the usual.
No, Jack. No, that's absurd.
Is it?
Of course. Vera and I are very happy together. Everything's perfect, in fact.
If you say so.
No, you must have been mistaken.
Yes. Perhaps you're right.
No. Vera may have some secrets from me, but she would never cheat on me. That I can assure you. I must say, though, you do give me quite a fright.
I should never have mentioned it. Top up?
Don't mind if I do.
Would you mind?
Certainly.
Jack, my boy!
Uncle Jamie, do come in.
Nasty weather up there.
Hardly uncommon for April.
Good for the flowers, they say. Frank!
Major, good to see you.
Good grief, it's been a long time. How's my favourite estate agent?
Oh, I'm in insurance now.
Really? Same thing. Look at the two of you, all grown up. I remember the day I went off to Kuwait. You were just this tall.
We weren't there.
Jack.
Of course you were there. I mean, I might be getting a bit aged, but the one thing that never lets me down is my memory.
We were at school.
Jack.
Nonsense, I remember it like it was yesterday. In fact, come to think of it, it probably was.
Can I get you a drink, Major?
That is very kind of you, Frank, but unfortunately I have been advised not to. Doctor's orders.
Oh, are you sure? I do have your favourite sherry.
Oh, what do doctors know, anyhow?
So, where's this detective friend?
He'll be here soon, I'm sure.
Excellent. Does he know the rules?
He solves murders for a living. I think he knows how to play a board game.
That may well be. He certainly doesn't know how to relax of an evening.
Who does?
Well, Jackie boy, do you think he might finally get to beat me?
Do I sense some of your misplaced confidence there, Major?
You know, I've always admired your sense of optimism. It's a fine quality in a man. But never underestimate the value of experience.
I can't. You won't let me.
And don't make it too easy for me this time. That's why I stopped watching Midsummer Murders. The last series was absolutely disgraceful.
Wasn't it something to do with the excessive sexual content?
On the contrary, that would have perked it up a bit. No, I gave up on it when I realised that I could deduce who the killer was within the first 5 minutes. 5 minutes? I mean, in the old days, even an average episode would take me at least 20, 30, if it was particularly difficult.
I'm sure.
They won't get far at this rate. They're not far off being down to a single viewer.
Aunt Betty?
Oh, nothing would get her off the blasted thing. I mean, not even when they replaced that nice, what's his name? John Nettles. Even that didn't do any good.
Well, old habits die hard.
Not as hard as those country folk. I'm surprised there's anybody left to murder in Midsummer. Their murder rate is so far above the national average. Perfect timing. Cheers. So, shall we get the board out?
We can't do that yet.
Oh, we're waiting on your detective friend.
And Vera.
Who the wretched hell is Vera?
Vera is my wife.
Oh, it's a lovely name.
Yes. I keep forgetting you've yet to meet her, Major. You were certainly missed at our wedding.
I am so sorry about that, old chap. But I can't be blamed if you arrange it over the same weekend as the annual Crime Fiction Festival.
On the contrary, I could hardly hope to compete against such a valiant cause.
Alas, she might not be at her finest this evening. Vera, something about a headache?
I must say they are running a bit behind.
Perhaps it's the traffic. You know London on a rainy day?
When the bombs were falling, everybody carried on. These days, you show this city a little weak rain, everybody just runs for their lives.
Uncle Jamie?
Jack, please.
He wasn't even born.
I know.
So, Frank, how are things in the property business?
I work in insurance.
The same thing.
It really isn't.
Honestly, Frank, I express an interest in your business. You become a pedant about the detail. How's it going, whatever it is that you do?
It's going well, thank you.
Even in the current climate?
Well, things are tough for all of us, but we're getting through it.
Well done. That's my boy. I always admired your entrepreneurial spirit. You must find it very rewarding.
Oh, it is. Both rewarding and a burden.
Like women.
Like women.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The inspector, about time.
Your impatience will be the downfall of you, Uncle.
Well, I just can't wait to find out if he's right.
Gentlemen, may I present Scotland Yard's finest?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Hello, Jack.
Vera, what are you doing here?
My, what a charming way to greet a guest. One that you've invited, no less.
Yes, but I'm sorry. I just wasn't expecting you to be early.
Neither was I. You told me to arrive at 8:15.
I must have been mistaken. I meant it 2:45.
It was only when I called Frank this afternoon that I realised you'd staggered our arrivals. I hope you weren't planning on starting the party without me.
Why, of course not. You are the party.
Hello, darling. I don't suppose you'd like to come and let your wife in?
It's Jack's apartment.
Excellent deduction, my love. Jack.
Let her in, Jack.
Yes, yes, of course.
I don't believe we've met.
Major, this is my wife, Vera. James Burns, Jack's uncle. We used to spend our summers with him in Norfolk.
Norfolk? No wonder you turned out so socially awkward.
Oh, it's a pleasure, my dear.
How do you do?
Now, when Frank was telling me that he had a beautiful wife, I assumed that he was applying that exaggeration that estate agents are prone to.
Look, I'm
But
not.
for once, it seems that he has undersold you.
Why, thank you. Hear that, Frank? I think you've got competition.
How long have you been married now, you two?
Oh, just shy of 2 years.
Excellent. And is married life working out for you?
Well, we get by. We're not totally sick of each other just yet, are we?
You just wait until 20. You'll be at each other's throats.
Vera, drink?
Yes, I'll have...
Gin and tonic?
Jack, have you got any more of that sherry?
The bottle's in the kitchen, Major. You have to come and get it yourself.
Excuse me, won't you, while I venture into no man's land?
How are you feeling?
Oh, much better, thank you. I think I just needed a rest.
Of course. How was lunch?
Lunch was fine.
Where did you go?
Stacey took me to this place just around the corner from the office. I can't remember the name.
Really?
Very nice, though.
Well, that's good.
Oh, I did lose my earring.
How on earth did you manage that?
I went to the bathroom, you know, to splash my face when the headache came on.
I see.
And I took them off, and before you know it, one of them had vanished.
Oh, it's a shame.
I know. That'll teach me to drink at lunchtime. I just wish I hadn't been so careless.
Don't worry. We'll get you another one.
But Frank, they're an engagement gift. To hell with earrings, it's a sentimental value.
Vintage 74. Worth a small fortune in the hands of the right collector, but a darn sight more on the tip of my palate.
Marcus, listen, I'm just wondering when you're getting here. You see, the others have arrived and we're hoping to start the game in the next few minutes. Can you call me when you get this, please?
And there he was, standing in the middle, stark naked.
Not that old story, Uncle.
Well, that old story has got a lot of mileage in it, dear boy.
Yes, but it's embarrassing.
It is for you, but you wouldn't believe the number of sherries it's bought me.
Your gin and tonic, with a bitter twist.
I didn't know you wanted to be an actor, Jack.
Oh, it was a long time ago.
A very long time ago. What were you, 9?
Something like that.
Luckily, he grew out of it and chose to pursue a more respectable career. Alas, he still doesn't appear to have found it.
Please, Uncle.
Oh, calm down, dear boy, and pass the sherry. This boy always wanted to be the centre of attention.
He still does.
You know, I remember the day that we first played chess, and he thought that he'd beaten me. Oh, he was so proud, and he ran off into the living room to tell his parents. I almost didn't have the heart to tell them that we weren't playing drafts.
Yes, almost.
Well, it wouldn't have been fair on you if I hadn't. He always wanted to beat me at every game that we played, and I thought, well, it's only right that he should wait until he'd earned it. Never did happen, though, Jack, did it?
All in good time, Major. All in good time.
You know, I've not played a board game for years. Tonight might be the night. I'm bound to be a little bit rusty. Still beat you, though.
We shall see.
Spoken like a true narcissist. Where's this policeman friend of yours come?
I don't know. He's running late.
Marcus, isn't it? Lovely chap.
You know him too?
Not socially, no, but I assisted in one of his investigations a few years ago.
Oh, wow. That must have been exciting.
It was a great honour, but in truth, it's rather more PC plod than Columbo. There's a lot of waiting around, and it takes weeks for anything to get done. But it does mean that our streets are safe from the ongoing threat of insufficient paperwork.
Well, what happened?
Oh, I can assure you, my dear, it's not a very interesting story.
That may be so, but I'm a firm believer in deciding these things for myself.
Ooh, feisty one, isn't she? Well, it was 2 years ago, and I was walking around Camden one evening.
Not a smart idea at your age.
I happen to rather like the Regent's Canal. It's very nice to appreciate nature in the heart of the city.
There are parks where you can do that during the daytime, but there's a reason why they close them at night.
Nonsense. That's all bureaucracy. It's perfectly safe.
Yes. As you were saying.
Yes, well, I heard some shouting coming from underneath one of the bridges. It was very dark, so I couldn't see anything, but I knew immediately that someone was being attacked.
Or they'd been drinking.
Jack.
What? It's hardly an area well known for its late-night middle-class appreciation of greenery.
You're being rude.
On the contrary, I just want to know how he knew somebody was being attacked.
The sound of a man screaming for his life is radically different from the sound of a man who can't hold his sherry, speaking of which.
I can only apologise for this nephew of yours. One day he might learn some manners. Do continue.
Well, I just did what any decent man would do.
You threw them in the canal.
You're not funny.
Yes, he is.
Frank, be quiet. You're always on his side.
Whose side are you on?
Frank, please. I'm dying to find out how the story ends.
Do go on, Uncle.
Well, I shouted so that the culprits would know that they'd been spotted. They ran off, and I phoned the police.
Did you get a good look at them?
I got a better look than the poor chap that they were attacking. He was terrified. Though seemingly unharmed, he insisted that nothing had been taken.
And then what happened?
Well, the police arrived, they closed off the area, and I told Inspector Marcus everything that I'd seen.
So essentially you're saying you saved the day by making a phone call.
Well, far be it from me to blow my own trumpet, but I did more than that, dear boy.
Really?
Yes. I looked. First, take the victim. Alas, I can't remember his name.
Your testimony must have been impeccable.
I remembered it when it was necessary. 2 years is a long time to hold such details.
And yet you can remember everything else perfectly.
Jack.
The victim was walking along the Regent's Canal towpath after dark, most of it well lit. But when the towpath approaches St. Pancras Station, it is crossed by 3 separate railway bridges. These bridges border Camden and Islington, and as a result, there's a kind of a turf war between the two councils. There is no lighting beneath them because nobody wants to take responsibility. As a result, at night, they are in total darkness. The perfect spot for a predator to prey, or, in our case, to try to rob some poor fellow. There was no way that the victim could see his attackers, but the culprits made one mistake. They encountered me.
You didn't put your underpants over your trousers and pretend to be Superman, did you?
Jack,
Leave him alone.
He's making snide remarks.
Leave him alone.
They started to run towards Camden as soon as I shouted at them.
Oh, a huge mistake.
Jack.
Vera, what did I just tell you?
Excuse me.
Vera.
I'm sorry, but I think I've just been ordered by my husband to shut up.
I'm sorry, I don't want to...
Which is obviously much less polite than continually interrupting with your snide remarks.
I'm sorry.
I do apologise, Major. What happened next?
Simple. I got a good look at them as they ran past me into the light.
So you were able to give a good description?
I managed to give them far more than that, my dear. I told them where to find them.
Really?
Yeah. You see, it was apparent to me that there were probably just some local youths, and so I told Inspector Marcus he'd be best if he concentrated his inquiries on local off-licenses, as they would almost certainly be trying to buy alcohol. The short one in the middle, a gang leader.
That's a little judgmental, isn't it?
What makes you say that?
Well, it seems to me your story is more of a lucky guess than a calculated deduction. I mean, it's hardly the speckled band, is it?
Major, I can only assume your nephew is jealous.
What on earth is there to be jealous about?
See?
No. Let him finish, my dear. What do you have in mind, dear boy?
First and foremost, no intelligent criminal would go to work on his own doorstep.
I accuse them of being criminals. I didn't accuse them of having intelligence.
Be that as it may, it's the first rule of business. Flaunt it and you're practically asking to get caught. Secondly, your assumption about the shortest of the gang being the leader is pure speculation and based on a misconception at that. The so-called Napoleon complex to which you are alluding is based on a cartoon from the early 19th century. The notion that all dictators, or gang leaders if you prefer, are short is nothing more than biting satire mistakenly attributed as fact. The whole theory was refuted in Nature magazine a few years ago. You might have missed it, seeing as it wasn't in the Daily Telegraph. I don't doubt that the boy in the middle was probably the shortest, but let's just chalk it up to a bit of healthy inbreeding, shall we?
And what about their escape?
Well, what of it? You saw them, they ran away. There's nothing more to it.
No. They went the least obvious way. They must have been going towards home, towards Camden. It was the only sensible move on their part.
They were robbing a man on the Camden towpath. It's hardly akin to stealing the Mona Lisa. Let's face it, you are no more the master detective than anyone else would have been in your shoes.
Well, I think we're just going to have to agree to disagree.
Well, the pleasure is all mine.
You see?
What's wrong with you tonight?
I could ask you the same thing.
What's wrong with me?
A headache. After only one glass of wine.
What?
Frank, you're spoiling the mood. What else have you got, old chap?
Just one little detail. Inspector Marcus followed my advice, and sure enough, they found the culprits attempting to buy booze less than half a mile away. They confessed on the spot. Not that I don't appreciate your attempts to outsmart me. Keep up the good work. One day, you might actually get away with it.
One glass.
What?
You know what?
Frank.
Frank, would you mind giving me a hand?
Sure. What are you doing? Something's not right. She's irritable.
What do you expect? You're irritating.
Jack, are you sure it was Vera you saw earlier?
Well, I don't want to cause a fuss.
Jack, just answer me.
Yes, I'm quite sure.
Quite.
I'm sure enough.
And this man, how are they behaving?
What do you mean?
Who did it look like they were friends? Or...
He was certainly with her.
Yes, but did you see anything that looked like they were up to something?
There was perhaps something in their eyes. Do you want to know the truth?
Of course.
Then you need to find evidence.
What?
Evidence. Something you can use against her.
I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Frank, you need to keep it together. Listen to me. Are you going to let her mess you around?
No.
Do you want your manhood back?
She's taking my manhood.
She took it the moment she started this affair. Listen to me. Can you do it?
I think so.
Can you do it?
Yes.
Okay. Call Stacey.
What?
Call Stacey. Find out if they met for lunch today.
Now?
When do you want to do it?
I don't know.
Frank, you need to act quickly before Vera can plant a story with her.
Yes, but...
But what?
Well, I don't have her phone number.
You don't have her number?
No.
Simple.
What?
You need to get her phone.
I need to get her phone.
Stop repeating me, Frank. Get Vera's phone and call Stacey.
Okay.
Good boy.
But it's in her bag. How am I going to get it?
It's easy. I'll distract her.
How?
Trust me. Here. Take these out there.
But what about the Major?
You'll think of something. Hi, Marcus. It's me again. Just calling to see where you are and, whiskey. We're out. So if you could pick some up, that'd be great. I realise it's not the most polite way to ask. Also, you might get here any minute. So if it's any trouble, then please don't bother. Just if you get the chance. Thanks. Where's the Major?
Bathroom.
Vera, I've got something you might like to see.
Really?
It's in the bedroom. Would you like to come and have a look? You look so beautiful tonight.
You certainly have a gift for timing.
To hell with Frank.
Starting to come to your way of thinking. What the hell is wrong with him tonight?
I know about as much as I care, neither of which is very much.
Do you think he knows?
Of course not. He's an idiot. He wouldn't know we were at it if he were sat here watching us.
You're right.
I know. Oh, by the way, I found this.
Oh, great. You could have told me this earlier.
I didn't get a chance to.
How am I going to explain that now?
You won't need to. Do you have the other one?
Yes.
Put them on.
I've just told him I lost it, Jack.
He's too wrapped up in himself to notice.
What are you trying to pull?
Nothing. I'm just trying to show you how pathetic your husband is.
I don't need you to do that. Why do I listen to you?
I want you so much right now.
I know you don't think much of the Major's deductions, but I'm pretty sure he'd figure that one out. But maybe later. Let's see where the night takes us.
Yes. Let's.
So, are you dealing with this yourself? I imagine you could save on the commission if you're really crafty.
For the last time, I'm not...
Frank.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Good.
No, it isn't. The Major caught me.
What did you tell him?
I just told him I wanted to show you pictures of the new flat.
Very clever. Wait, you're moving?
Yes, like I've told you a dozen times.
I don't remember. When?
A dozen times.
Oh.
And it's not clever. Look, he knows I've got the phone now. What if he says something?
You better be quick. Give me the phone.
Why?
Do you want proof to confront her?
Yes.
Then give me the damn phone.
Wait, shouldn't I be doing this?
Yes, you should. But we both know you won't.
Jack,
I'm just trying to save you the whole moralizing escapade. Getting on with it before you get caught.
Before I get caught? Wait, we're in this together.
Like hell we are. It's ringing.
What do I say when she answers?
The earring. Ask her if she's found it.
Jesus, Frank, do I have to spell it out? Vera says they met for lunch. The same lunch where she lost the earring.
Right, so we're looking for her earring now.
No.
Well, what?
We're trying to find proof that Vera lied to you.
What if she says, yes, I met Vera for lunch, she had a little bit too much to drink, and went home with a headache?
She won't.
Vera, hi.
Hi, no, Stacey, it's me, Frank.
Frank? How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Is everything okay?
Yes, yes. I'm just calling to see if you'd found Vera's earring.
Her earring?
Yes, Vera asked me to phone you to see if you'd found it.
Really? I'm not sure why.
Well, she said that she lost it at lunch today. You know, when she was with you.
What do you mean?
Look, Vera met you for lunch today, didn't she?
Frank, I haven't seen Vera for months.
And she had a little bit too much to drink, didn't she?
Frank.
And then she lost the earring, and then she went home instead of coming back to the office, didn't she?
Frank.
Didn't she?
Frank.
What?
I've no idea what you're talking about. Frank. Is Vera there?
I'm so sorry.
As lovable as he might be, there's only so much conversation I can take about mortgages. What's wrong? What are you doing with my phone?
Frank was just showing me the photos of the new place.
You know I don't like you playing with that, Frank. You'll only break it.
It looks lovely.
What?
The flat.
Yes. Yes, it does. Jack, do you have any more ice? We're all out.
Of course. I'll take these through. Why don't you two have a little chat?
Frank, darling, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Frank.
Don't call me that.
Frank.
I said don't call me that.
Frank, that's your name.
It is, but with a little less condescendence.
What?
A little less at the implication that I'm an idiot, please.
What? I didn't say that.
But you meant it.
What is wrong with you?
You tell me.
Excuse me.
I can't believe you do this to me, Vera. I know what you've been doing.
No, what?
You used me.
What on earth are you talking about?
I know you're having an affair.
What?
Don't deny it.
What did Jack tell you?
You think I need Jack to tell me what's going on? I've got eyes of my own. Stop playing me for a fool.
Frank, whatever it is you think is going on is...
Where were you this afternoon?
I told you, I went to lunch with Stacey.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Why don't you believe me?
Because I called her.
What?
That's right. Your foolish husband checked up on you.
But you don't... Is that why you stole my phone?
Stacey hadn't seen you. She had no idea what I was talking about.
Frank, let me explain.
Explain what? That your husband's a fool?
Frank, I've been arranging a surprise for you.
This is certainly a surprise.
I have.
Liar.
For your birthday.
Liar.
Please, just listen to me.
You betrayed me.
I betrayed you.
Yes.
You steal my phone. You check up on me behind my back and you feel betrayed.
Domestic bliss, eh?
They'll get over it. Suppose it's not the best time to mention we're out of sherry.
Ah. Afraid we might have to call in the squadron, Major. Sounds like it's getting a bit nasty in there.
Well, that might not be so easy. Suicide missions tend to be a tough sell. What on earth do you think is going on in there?
I don't know. I imagine it's not foreplay.
Oh, don't be so tawdry, Jack. Is it a disagreement or a fight?
Hard to say.
Oh, for God's sake, Frank!
I think it's a proper fight. Sounds about right.
I say, Jackie boy, you've certainly hit the bullseye. What's happened?
I'm afraid I couldn't possibly say, Uncle.
Oh, come on. I don't know Vera, but I've known Frank all his life. This is not like him.
This isn't one of your murder mysteries, Uncle. I'm not going to rat out my best friend.
Oh, yes, you are.
I'm afraid you're wrong this time, Uncle.
I'm never wrong. You're dying to tell me.
Okay, then, old man, here it is. Frank is suspicious. He believes Vera is cheating on him.
Oh, nonsense.
You think so?
Girl like that wouldn't even think of it.
What makes you say that?
Well, I can tell by the way she looks at him that she loves him. It's a thing you pick up on when you get to my age.
Really?
Yes. He has done extraordinarily well for himself, far better than I would have imagined. Let's hope he doesn't blow it.
Be that as it may, Frank has evidence to the contrary.
Such as?
Vera supposedly met someone for lunch today, a friend. Frank has found out she was lying.
Really?
Yes.
And where did he acquire this information?
Simple. He asked her.
The friend? Well, this really does throw a spanner in the works.
Hardly surprising, though.
Why'd you say that?
You said it yourself. A beautiful girl like her with a boring man like him. It's a wonder it didn't happen sooner.
Yes, I do see your point. I tell you what, this is starting to sound like the beginning of a murder mystery.
Uncle Jamie.
Well, no, look, I know that we're talking about Frank and his wife, but when you think about it...
Uncle?
It's like an episode of Midsummer Murders.
Oh, where you can deduce the killer in the first 5 minutes.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Do you think that we should intervene before the opening titles kick in?
I think we should let the children wear themselves out. Speaking of whom?
I'm not doing this anymore.
No. I'm the one who's not doing this anymore.
Are you going to argue about who's going to storm out of here as well?
It's Jack's apartment.
I've had enough. I'm out of here. Thank you for a lovely evening.
You always have to have the last word, don't you?
I'm not listening to you.
We are not finished.
Yes, we are.
Sherry?
Vera!
Did you tell him?
Tell him what?
Did you tell him about us?
No. I'd appreciate if you kept your voice down. I have a reputation to protect.
He knows.
How would he know?
I don't know. You tell me. He was strange in there, Jack. I've never seen him behave like that before.
He's just nervous about the business.
He's not nervous about the business. He wasn't himself in there.
Come back inside. It's cold out here.
Like hell I'm going back in there.
Vera?
Jack, we can't do this anymore. He must know about us somehow.
He doesn't know. He just thinks he knows.
Well, then he knows.
Well, it depends on your point of view.
Jack, this isn't the time for pedantry. My psychotic husband thinks I'm cheating on him, and worst of all, he's right.
This will all blow over, I promise you.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will. Frank just needs a little persuasion. Let me fix this.
Jack.
Let me fix it. I promise you it'll be all right.
How?
Trust me. Be the strong one. Come back inside.
Steady, old boy. You'll find that'll have a bit of a kick in it. Marriages aren't easy, you know.
Tell me about it.
Sometimes you have to overlook a few things, for both your sakes.
What do you mean?
You have to have a bit of a selective memory to be happy, to keep the wife happy.
I can't believe that she
Then
would...
don't. Now, you love her, don't you? Then you don't need to believe it. Sometimes it's better to be happy than to be right.
Which are you?
Well, I happen to think that I'm both, but that's just me. The choice is yours. Chin up. I'm sure that Jack will have convinced her to come back by now. He wouldn't let anything ruin his plans. I think the two of you should kiss and shake hands. You know, I don't want to put a dampener on the mood, but...
Frank,
How about a game?
Four.
Frank?
One.
Your piece seems to be on the other side of the board. Would you like me to move it for you? Does this direction suit?
Your turn, Major.
6. I would like to summon Miss Scarlet to the library with the gun. Vera? Just as I thought. Your turn again, Jack.
4.
I call the Reverend Green to the dining room with the candlestick.
Frank,
What?
do you have any of those?
Now, Frank, how are we going to finish the game if you won't play along?
You know, there's always been something that never quite sat right with me about this game.
The encouragement to commit murder in the family home?
No, that's a traditional family pastime. No. It has always seemed a bit daft to me that, given the number of options that one has, the rope, the lead piping, the gun, who on earth would choose to murder someone with a candlestick?
The Reverend Green, I'm hoping.
Well, perhaps, yes, but there's no real-world application for it, is there? I mean, if you want a man dead quickly, use a gun. If you want him to know that he's done for, you strangle him. And if you think he's really deserved it, well, then you use the dagger and you let him bleed to death.
Are you speaking from personal experience there, Major?
Well, to some degree, yes. Yes, you wouldn't believe some of the things that I saw in the army. I mean, kids today, they think it's very fancy to carry around a knife. Well, it isn't. I was in Port Stanley, and Archie tried to knife me.
What happened?
I just twisted his arm and stabbed him in the thigh. That is as it may well be, but the fact remains that a candlestick is still the most unsuitable object with which to commit a murder.
Why?
Well, just look at the weight of the thing. I mean, that alone makes it impractical.
Nonsense. A bit of blunt force trauma would do the trick nicely.
Yeah, but it'd take a tremendous amount of strength to wield the blasted thing.
Or a moment of rage.
What do you mean?
I'll grant you, Uncle Jamie, it is a poor, calculated murder weapon. You wouldn't stand on a street corner waiting for your victim to pass wielding a candlestick.
Certainly not.
No, but it might find application in the heat of the moment. Say, for example, with a crime of passion.
Jack.
It need only be present at the scene. Then all you would need is that moment of rage to summon the strength. Raise it up and...
Jack!
Bang! One blow to the back of the head and it is done.
Jack, stop it.
Vera, we're merely making conversation.
Don't talk, Vera.
Frank.
No more arguing, you two. We've had quite enough of that already.
All I'm saying is, you shouldn't dismiss it as a possibility. Right, Frank?
Right.
I'm just going to go and get something. Back in a second.
Pay no attention to him. Tact was never his forte.
I thought this might make a fitting addition to our evening.
Now there's something I haven't seen in a while. I never thought he'd have kept that.
Why not? It's a family heirloom.
You see, Vera, I can do sentiment.
Well, are you going to light it, or are we just going to sit here admiring the fine craftsmanship?
There we are.
Very nice.
What the hell, Vera?
Excuse me.
You were lying about that too. Your earring.
Oh, that I found it.
I don't believe you.
Frank, it was in my bag all along.
Right, we're gonna sort this out once and for all.
I think we ought to...
Good idea.
How could you do it, Vera?
I told you, Frank, I haven't done anything.
How could you do this to me?
You're making a mistake.
What, like I made when I married you?
Frank,
Because believe me, that's one I'll be learning from.
why won't you believe me?
Because I'm not a fool? Who is he?
No one. Like I'm telling you for the 100th time, no one.
Jack wouldn't lie.
Jack told you this.
He told me nothing I couldn't figure out for myself.
What did he say?
It doesn't matter what he said. What matters is that it's true.
It isn't. You take his word over mine.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm being unreasonable. It's obviously my fault.
Are you trying to apologise?
That's what you want, isn't it? For me to make a fool of myself, like I always do. We fight, and in the end, I apologise.
You know what your problem is, Frank?
What?
You're boring.
Excuse me?
There's nothing wrong with that. Lord knows, it's half the reason I married you.
You certainly know how to flatter me.
If you think for a moment that I married you with some romantic notion of love, I'm afraid you're very much mistaken. You're the perfect husband, Frank. As perfect as they come. You're polite, charming, and you can offer security. But security is boring. Artists make fine lovers, but they're lousy husbands. You might be dull, but I can live with that. No drama, no conflicts. The perfect foundations for an everlasting marriage.
But I love you.
Love is overrated.
Are you having an affair?
Yes.
Say that again.
What?
I want proof for the divorce hearing. Say it again.
No, Frank, I won't.
Say it again. Who is he?
Get off me, Frank!
Who is he?
Do you really want to know?
Tell me.
He satisfies me.
Vera? Vera! God, what have I done?
Jesus, Frank, what happened?
Major, I think you better go and call the police. There's a payphone on the corner of the street. I think it's best if you call from there.
Yes, I think you're right.
Frank. Frank. Look at me, Frank. You need to get up. You can... Frank, get up.
What am I going to do? What am I going to
We can sort this, Frank. You need to listen to me.
I did.
I know you didn't.
It was just...
I know. Try not to speak, okay?
What should we do?
What happened? She was. Jesus, Frank. Of all the things you could have done,
Jack!
this is the worst.
You've got to help me, Jack!
There's no way you can explain this.
Jack!
You've got to fix this, Frank.
What?
There are going to be consequences. Things can't just be undone. You know what you've got to do.
I can...
Frank, listen to me. There's only one way out.
I can...
No, you can't. The facts The facts are obvious. But you're not going to prison. You hear me? You are not going to prison.
I'm not going to prison.
That's right.
I'm not going to prison.
You're going to do the right thing.
Yes.
Now go.
Where?
You can't be here.
Why not?
You know why.
Where can I go?
There's a railway bridge up on the hill.
Up on the hill.
It's perfect. Quiet. There'll be no one around.
Quiet. Yes.
Go. Now.
Jack, will you?
No. Of course I won't, Frank. You're my friend.
Thank you.
It worked. It actually worked. The perfect murder. And I did it. I'm sorry, Vera. I'm truly sorry. If there was any other way, I would have done it to someone else. But it's your own fault. You were just too damn perfect. It was hard for me, given the family implications. Was practically my brother. And you were his wife. But I had no choice. Attempted robbery. That wasn't impressive detective work, Major. I was always better than him, and he knew it. Not that he'll ever acknowledge it, of course. But this was the big one. The grand finale, so to speak, with the perfect players. A little exercise with some live rounds. Poor Frank. He was always the weakest link. Though I don't think there's a single soul who wouldn't go that far if they were persuaded enough. Almost everything went according to plan. A quite brilliant plan.
I couldn't have dreamed how cooperative Frank would be.
Part of me assumed he would just run. He still can, but he won't. A manhunt. Now that would have been fun. You might think it a petty reason for such an elaborate plot, but you'd be wrong. This wasn't about impressing Uncle Jamie. No. This was an experiment. A chance to explore all the subject's reactions to certain information. And if I happened to beat the Major in the process, then no harm done. Again, I'm sorry it didn't work out for you, Vera. I imagine I still have a few moments to myself. Marcus will be upset he wasn't here for this. He would have made an excellent expert witness. Never mind. I'm sure Uncle Jamie will play both roles admirably. Adopt, adapt, and improvise, eh? The casting was important, though. And he was just perfect. A social pain, but still respectable. No one will question his word. Still a civilian, though. Marcus. A real police detective. Oh, now that would have been something. I only wish he could have been here for this. Still, you can't always get what you want. I'm afraid, Vera, I can't let you alter the story. Clever boy.
Just a second.
Officers, you better come in. Something terrible has happened.
I only just met her. But I've known Frank his entire life. I just can't believe he'd do something like this.
So, after the Major went to call the police, Frank told me that he couldn't live with himself after what he'd done.
I tried to restrain him, but he was so forceful. I considered holding him back, but given what he'd just done, I mean, hardly bears thinking about what a man can do when he becomes so unhinged. I mean, can you imagine finding out that your wife is cheating on you, all because she lost her earring? Poor chap.
Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Frank, do you have any idea where he might be?
Well, I know he used to like walking by the railway bridge.
On the hill?
Yes, that's the one. He said he used to find it peaceful. You don't think he would have...
I better call it in.
No need, Constable. We've already found him.
Marcus.
Jack.
So glad you finally made it.
You can go.
Is he all right?
I'm sorry. He threw himself off the railway bridge.
Jesus.
Marcus?
Major. Good to see you.
You too. Present circumstances accepted. My, it's been a while.
Yes. I never got to thank you personally for your help that time. We'd have never caught them without you.
Wouldn't you?
Honestly, it was nothing. I just wish that tonight wasn't under similar circumstances.
So, what on earth happened here tonight?
It was all quite a pleasant evening, until Frank started to act strangely.
Yes. So you kept saying.
Jack.
Well, if you thought he was acting strangely, then why didn't you do anything about it?
What do you suggest I should have done?
You were the one saying this was beginning to sound like a murder story.
Jack, I never saw this coming.
You never saw it coming.
Jack, this isn't the time.
You never saw this coming? You, the great master detective? The man who can deduce the murderer in an instant?
Look, Jack, you're obviously upset, but
Yes,
please...
of course I'm upset. My best friend has just killed his wife and then himself. And Uncle Jamie, I'm sorry, the amazing Major Burns did nothing to prevent it.
Nobody could have done anything.
Face it, Major.
You lost. And you're going to have to live with it.
I'm afraid he's in a bit of shock. I think it's best for him if you leave. For now.
I agree.
To hell with you, Major Burns!
Jack, listen to me. You don't need to think like that. If it hadn't happened here, it would have happened somewhere else. You've had a hell of a shock. You need to get some rest. Is there anywhere you can stay tonight?
I really don't know.
You can crash at ours if you like.
Are you sure? I don't want to be any trouble.
Oh, nonsense. We've got a spare room. It's the least we can do.
Well, thank you. Yes. Yes, that would be lovely.
Good. I'll call Alice. Let her know.
Inspector?
Yes, Constable.
The Major gave us what we need. I'll get right on it.
Good work.
What was that about?
Oh, just a formality. When we found Frank, he didn't have his mobile phone on him. You don't know where he left it, do you?
No. No.
Probably dropped it somewhere on the way to the bridge. But we need to find it in case he made any calls on the way, just to get the full story.
Of course.
Major Burns has been very helpful. He's provided us with Frank's mobile number.
I see. What?
Oh, and Constable Peck is just calling it now. See if anyone's picked it up.
It's ringing.
Fingers crossed. Jack.